Don Hoa was born on September 15, 1989, in the bustling city of Hue, Vietnam. From a young age, he showed a natural inclination towards physical activity, often participating in games with friends that required agility and endurance. His parents, both involved in community work, encouraged him to explore various interests. But it was sports that captured his attention. As a child, Ho's athletic potential was apparent. He enjoyed running and swimming, two activities he found both exciting and challenging. However, his journey toward becoming an elite athlete did not start until his teenage years. At the age of 14, after several years of involvement in various sports, Hoa was introduced to competitive athletics at the local sports school in Hue. His natural athleticism and ability to learn quickly made him a standout in the program. And his coaches soon recognized his potential in the discipline of track and field. Hoa's initial focus was on sprints, where his explosive power and quick acceleration helped him secure numerous victories in local competitions. His remarkable performance in his first national youth competition caught the attention of national-level coaches, who invited him to train with the Vietnam national athletics team. Though Hoa had shown promise in several athletic disciplines, his early years of training solidified his future in the sprinting events, particularly the 200 meters and 400 meter sprints. His commitment to improving his technique and stamina marked the beginning of what would become an illustrious career in athletics. Early on, he was dedicated to refining his start, form, and finish, gradually working his way to becoming one of Vietnam's top sprinters. Career development and breakthrough. Don Hoa's transition to the national athletics scene was marked by steady progress and consistent performances. After joining the Vietnam national athletics team, Hoa trained rigorously under the guidance of some of the most experienced coaches in the country. The first few years of his national career were focused on building a strong foundation of fitness and technique, allowing him to compete successfully in national competitions. His first major breakthrough came in 2007, at the age of 18, when he won a bronze medal in the 200 meters at the Vietnam National Championships. This victory demonstrated that he had the potential to compete at the highest levels within the country. His performance at the national championships set the stage for what would be a series of key successes that followed in the next few years. Hoa's rise to prominence continued through 2009 when he became a key figure in the Southeast Asian Games. Competing in the 200 meters and 400 meter events, Hoa showed his versatility by improving his performance in both disciplines. While his primary focus remained on the 200 meters, he started to realize that his body type and physical strengths made him competitive in the 400 meters as well. His performances at the Southeast Asian Games and other regional competitions indicated his readiness for international success. In 2011, Hoa secured his first major international gold medal at the Southeast Asian Games held in Indonesia. He not only won the gold medal in the 400 meter sprint but also set a new national record. His victory in this event propelled him into the spotlight as one of the region's top sprinters. This breakthrough moment was a pivotal point in his career, cementing his place as one of Vietnam's premier athletes. Career peak and major achievements. From 2011 to 2015, Don Hoa reached the peak of his athletic career, achieving several notable feats in regional and international competitions. His crowning achievement came in 2013, at the Southeast Asian Games held in Myanmar, where he not only defended his 400 meter title but also won a silver medal in the 200 meters. His exceptional form during this period showcased his versatility and ability to excel across different distances. His performances were instrumental in solidifying his reputation as one of Southeast Asia's top sprinters. In 2014, Hoa made his mark on the Asian Athletics Championships, where he won a bronze medal in the 400 meter sprint. This achievement demonstrated his growing strength on the continental level as he faced off against some of the best sprinters in Asia. The medal at the Asian Championships was a pivotal moment in his career, further elevating his status and giving him the confidence to compete at an even higher level. One of the defining features of Hoa's career during this period was his consistency. He continued to dominate at the Southeast Asian Games, where he secured gold in the 200 meters and 400 meters events multiple times. His victories in these races solidified his place as the preeminent sprinter in the region. In addition to his individual achievements, Hoa was also a valuable member of Vietnam's relay teams, contributing to victories in the 4x100 meters and 4x400 meter events at various competitions. Despite facing tough competition from sprinters in neighboring countries such as Thailand and Indonesia, Hoa remained determined to push his limits. His mental resilience and physical conditioning allowed him to maintain his peak performance for an extended period. His success was a result of years of dedication and sacrifices, both on and off the track. He spent countless hours refining his technique and strength, working with coaches and physiotherapists to optimize his performance. Challenges and transition in career. As with many athletes, the later years of Dan Ho's career brought challenges. After a few years at the top, he began to face more intense competition at both the regional and international levels. Younger athletes began to emerge from neighboring countries, raising the level of competition in the Southeast Asian sprinting scene. In addition to this, Hoa's physical condition started to show signs of wear and tear due to the intense training and the accumulated pressure of competing at a high level. In 2016, Hoa's performance began to decline slightly. Although he remained a strong contender in the 200m and 400m sprints at national and regional events, his times were not as competitive on the global stage. Injuries to his hamstring and groin became more frequent, making it harder for him to maintain the peak levels of performance he had once enjoyed. This period marked a turning point in his career, as he began to consider his future in athletics. Despite these setbacks, Hoa continued to compete in regional competitions and tried to adapt his training to manage the physical toll of sprinting. By 2017, it was clear that he could not return to the peak form he had experienced in the earlier years of his career. After competing in the 2017 Southeast Asian Games, where he did not win any medals, Hoa made the decision to step back from competitive athletics. Retirement and post-competition life. After retiring from competitive athletics in 2018, Dan Hoa transitioned to a new phase of his life. He shifted his focus to coaching and mentoring the next generation of sprinters. Drawing from his vast experience, he became involved in several local athletics programs aimed at nurturing young talent in Vietnam. His knowledge of sprinting, training techniques, and mental resilience made him a valuable resource for aspiring athletes. In addition to coaching, Hoa also worked with sports organizations to improve the infrastructure and resources available for track and field athletes in Vietnam. His passion for sports and his desire to give back to the community drove him to work on various outreach initiatives, where he advocated for increased investment in sports development. Dan Hoa's legacy as one of Vietnam's most successful sprinters is cemented in his multiple SEA Games gold medals and national records. His achievements helped elevate Vietnamese sprinting to new heights and inspired a generation of young athletes to pursue track and field as a career. Though he no longer competes on the track, his impact on Vietnamese athletics continues to be felt through his coaching, advocacy, and the athletes he has inspired. Conclusion. Dan Hoa's journey from a young boy with raw athletic talent to one of Southeast Asia's premier sprinters is a testament to his dedication, resilience, and love for the sport. His success in the 200m and 400m events, as well as his dominance in the Southeast Asian Games, has earned him a place among Vietnam's sporting legends. As an athlete, coach, and mentor, his legacy will continue to inspire future generations of athletes in Vietnam and across Southeast Asia.